Okay, today's video is going to be a short video that builds on graphing using tables. We are now going to learn how to graph equations using x and y intercepts. Okay, so let's first start by defining what an x and y intercept is. The x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. And this is also where the y value is 0. Okay, so when we cross the x-axis, the y value is 0. Similarly, when we look at the y-intercept, this is where the line crosses the y-axis. And where we cross the y-axis, our x value is 0. Okay? And if you were to look at a graph, and you had a graph of a line, you could easily see that where I cross here, I'm at 0 with x, and when I cross here, I'm at 0 with y. So that's where these values of 0 come from. And that's going to be important when finding these. Okay, so the next thing, let's see if from a graph we can name the intercept. So from a graph, name the intercepts. I'll draw a quick couple examples. First one, say we have this graph. And we have the line like this. I know my line isn't exactly straight, but you get the point. So now we have to say, what is the x-intercept and what is the y-intercept? Okay, well, let's look. The x-intercept is where I cross the x-axis. That happens to be right here, and that point is 1, 2, 3. And we can also write that as an ordered pair because we know the x is 3, and then again, where we have the x-intercept, our y is 0. So that would be the point 3, 0. For our y-intercept, we're all the way down here. We're at -4. So our y-intercept is equal to -4, or we can also say that that is the point 0, -4. Again, because when our x-intercept, our y is 0. With our y-intercept, our x is 0. Real quickly, we'll look at one other example. I know my points are not to scale, but each hash is going to be 1 point, or hash mark. So now if I have the line, I'm actually at this x point. That's where I should be crossing, although that line is a little rough. So my x-intercept and my y-intercept. I'm going to change this. That's not much better, but you get the point. So my x-intercept is going to be where I'm crossing the x-axis, and that happens to be at -1, 2, 3, 4. And we can also say that that point is -4, 0. And our y-intercept is going to be down here at -3. So we are crossing at -3, and we can name that point 0, -3. Okay, so that's given a graph, you are saying what the x and y intercept are. All right, the last part of this is find the x and y-intercept of an equation then we're going to sketch the graph using those values. Okay, so we're given an equation. So for this example, well, this will be example 3, and we're given the equation 2x minus 4y equals 12. And we have to sketch that using the x and y intercept. Well, how are we going to find that? Well, we just said, so to find the x-intercept, y is equal to 0. And to find the y-intercept, x is equal to 0. So we're going to take that information, we're going to plug it into these equations, and we're going to see what we find. So when we take this equation, 2x minus 4y equals 12, and we're going to plug in 0 for y. 2x minus 4 times 0 equals 12. This cancels out. 2x equals 12, and we're going to divide both sides by 2. X equals 6. So this is going to be what our x-intercept is. That is also the point 6, 0. So same thing on the other side. Now we're going to take that same equation, and we're going to plug in x equals 0. So I plug in 2 times 0 minus 4y equals 12. This cancels, and I have a negative 4y equals 12. Divide both sides by -4. And we get that y is equal to -3. This is also the point 0, right? Because x is 0 and y is -3. Okay, now you have your 2 points, or your 2 ordered pairs, so we're going to put those on a graph the best we can given what we're working with. So I'm going to take the point 6, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's that 1 point. And then I'm going to use the point 0, -3. 1, 2, 3. There's 0, -3. And I'm going to connect this. And there you have our line. So we just looked at 2 different things. One, how we name the intercepts looking at a graph. So where exactly, what number are we crossing, the x-axis or the y-axis? And then using an equation, we plugged in y equals 0 to find the x-intercept, and we plugged in x equals 0 to find the y-intercept. All right, well, we'll do a lot more of this on class. So finish up that worksheet, and we'll see you later.